Good morning, everybody. We're going to go ahead and start with our toe lifts. So if you do the watch, I'm trying to remember, I'm doing traditional strength training today. Good. 8, 7, 4, 3, heels up, right then left, right and left. So today we have 24 exercises. It's kind of a no repeat, but what we're going to do is 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. We have one round. Hold on. Good. Swing your leg front to back. So we have one round, it's lower body. We have one round, upper body. And then we have one round that is going to be core. So we have 8 exercises in each. So each round is about 8 minutes long. Good. Switching legs. So front and back. So we're just going to do 24 minutes, 3 rounds of 8 minutes each, lower body, upper body, and core. Good. 4, 3, switch it to the other side. We're going to take that leg out and in. So we're going to do 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest for those exercises. 3, 2, switch it over to the other side. So out and in. So you can just do a lift in the lower. I like to add a little bit of a cross. You can even just tap the toe right in front, or depending how you're feeling today, you've got that cross. Switching sides, heel down, toe up. Nice, good hip circles. 4, 3, 2, change direction. 4, 3, good. We're gonna switch legs right here. Heel down, toe up. Nice and tall. We're also starting to wake up our core. Change direction. 4, 3, slow deadlift. Feet hip width apart, hinge it forwards. Stand up nice and tall. So it's bellies in, ribs are tucked. Lower lift. So down, down, up, up. Really think about running your hands right down the side of your pants. Down and lift. Shoulders down and back. Nice open chest. Hinge, 2, lift, 2. Bring it up nice and tall, slow squat. Sit your hips towards your heels. Push through to stand tall. So you can see, you don't have to go super deep. So just sit it back. My knees do move towards my toes a little bit. We just don't want to push and then push the knees forwards. Remember, it's a hip back. So hip back, then bend. Come up nice and tall. Down. Lift. One more. Bring it all the way up, arms up, pull it down and reach. Ribs are tucked. So think about opening up your chest, drive the elbows down and back into your back pocket. Pull your chin up over that bar. 2, forward step and reach. Forward step, bring it back. Good. 4, 3, 2, step it forward with the right leg. Reach the arms out in front. We're going to open our book. So open your book, close your book. So if I turn, we're just going to hold, and it doesn't have to be a deep lunge. You can be up here. What I want you to focus on is not allowing your hip to rotate. If you're tight, you might be coming out here, and that's okay. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Bring it up. Switching sides. Same thing. Open and close. So we're trying to stabilize that lower body. Open your shoulder behind you. It's more about the shoulder, less about your arms. So we don't want to be here, right? Open. Torso goes back. Bring it in the center. 3. 2 more. 1 more. Bring the feet together, side step. We're going to lunge it, hold it in place right here. Good. 8, 7, 4, 3. Hold it in the center, cat-cow. Inhale, exhale. So nice deep breath in, exhale it out. Good. In, out. 1 more. Since we're already here, let's hinge it forwards, walk it out to our plank. And then we're going to just walk it all the way back up to standing. If you don't want to go to the floor, grab that chair. So just remember, if you're using the chair, if you're using the countertop, you want to start close to the chair, close to the countertop. Keep your chest over the seat of that chair when you step it out. Then one more right here. Nice walk out. Hold that good plank. Walk it all the way back up. Come back into the center. We've got to do our heel stomps, right? Heel stomps. Or if you want to, you can jump. Soft knees. It's up to you how you're feeling today. Maybe you just feel like doing little bounces. 8, 7, 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll your shoulders. Up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink of water. So, we're gonna start with side stepping squats. So it's up to you if you want to use 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, no dumbbells. You have options today. For lower body, you can do a lot of no dumbbell work, especially since we're doing 8 exercises, but I encourage you to grab at least 1. But we're gonna start side stepping squats. 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So side stepping squats, we just step out, and I'm gonna step together. So I want to actually move side to side. You can absolutely go out and then come back in if you want to. It's kind of the same thing, a little bit different. Remember, the nice thing though is we only have to do everything once. So side step squat, side step squat. So we just step it out, center our body, sit down, step it out, center our body, sit then stand, lower and lift. Good, about 8 more seconds. And we're gonna go for deadlifts. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, short rest. I can stick with my heavier weights for my deadlifts. I'm just gonna set them down for a minute. Let's get ready. Bring it up, feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward, shoulders down, ribs tucked. Here we go, hinge it forwards, lift it tall. So nice good hinge. Nice, good lift. Check your body position. We don't want to let our shoulders round. So sometimes we go down and all of a sudden, we're really reaching the arms to the floor. Think about pulling the shoulders down and back. Good lift. Good way to practice this. Stand in front of a wall, touch your buns to the wall, and stand right back up again. Then you just gradually move yourself an inch or 2 away from the wall. Just keep going. So it's just a good hinge. Ribs are tucked. We have 5 seconds. We're gonna go for lunges, right side only. 2 and 1. So lunges, right side only. Your choice, no dumbbell, 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells. 2 dumbbells is gonna be a little bit harder. 4, 3, 2, 1. So right side only. You can do forward lunges, you can do reverse lunges. I'm gonna go ahead and do reverse. Whatever you pick, you have to do the same thing for both sides. So if you're doing forward lunges here, you gotta do forward lunges on the other side. So just step back, drop the back knee towards the floor. It can be shallow. We just don't wanna push the knee forwards, and we don't wanna step and then push our hips back to the wall. It's just a step, little drop. Front leg is doing 90% of the work. The farther you go down, the harder this is. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little shakeout. Some of the shakeout is just so you can give your hands a little bit of a break, especially if you're going heavier. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So lunges, left leg, 3, 2, and 1. So we just step it back, push through and stand tall. So think about a foot, hip width position. And when we step back, we keep that hip width position. So we don't have to step back and go to a balance beam or cross. It's just a step and a lift. Doesn't have to be a big step back, but if it's a little step, then sometimes we just put a little bit more pressure on our knee. So it's finding that happy medium, finding that Goldilocks. Good, 10 seconds. We're gonna go for sumo squats. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds rest. Sumo squats is our wider stance and our toes kind of pointing a little bit more out. They can be a little in or go towards the corner a little more upright. Your time is on. Now you can hold one dumbbell at each shoulder, one dumbbell at each shoulder. You can hold one dumbbell in the middle, or you can hold a dumbbell down by your hips. It's up to you. But for these, we don't want to let our body go forwards, but we don't have to stay perfectly straight up and down either. We just drop it down, come back up. Knee is going to press over your second toe. So if your toes are out, but your knees are coming in, either press out the knees or turn those toes in just a little bit until you can keep them in alignment. 3, 2, and 1. Kickstand deadlift. Kickstand deadlift. So right side only, then we have left side only, and then we have curtsies. So 3 more lower body exercises. 3, 2, right here. So this is our hinge, and this is our lift. So same thing as when we were doing a regular deadlift, but now we have one foot back. Most of our weight is in our front leg. So you can kind of see the difference between a lunge and a deadlift here. Good hinge, good lift. And again, check your posture. A lot of times on these, we start to push our hips back a little bit more, or we hinge and we collapse at the chest. So we're a little stiff, we're wearing that corset, hinging forwards, standing tall. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. We're gonna do the same thing on the other leg. So give the hands a break if you need to. So same thing, other side. Shift your weight into your front leg. Kickstand that back foot. 2, and 1. So nice and tall. Hinge and lift. And again, your foot does not have to be really far back, but we don't necessarily want it like right next to us. Just a little bit back. Knee is a little bit behind the other one. Hinge, going forwards. Pull your hips up and in to stand tall. So you don't have to go to the floor. It's almost better if you don't, because if we go to the floor, then we relax, and then a lot of times we start to use our low back to lift us. It's just a hinge and a pull. 3, 2, and 1. Curtsy lunges. Curtsy lunges. This is your last lower body exercise for today. So alternating curtsies. And again, no dumbbells, 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells. Right here. So we're gonna curtsy, stand tall, curtsy, stand tall. When we curtsy, we don't want to turn our body, especially if you've got knee issues. This doesn't feel good for our knees. So for right now, hips, knees, and toes point forwards, cross, drop the back knee down. It's okay if your curtsy is small. Gradually, you want to try to work it a little bit deeper, but you start with where you are, and then you work and progress. Good, 10 seconds. So if you're having trouble with your curtsies and you've got some pretty heavy weights, try it with no weights first. 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink. Now we're gonna be moving to upper body, and that is everything. Back, chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps. Half of the exercises are up, half of them are down. You can stay standing. It's okay, I promise. We're gonna do rows, side raises, bicep curls, kickbacks, chest press, skull crushers, rear fly, and dumbbell pullovers, or chest fly and dumbbell pullovers. So I'm gonna be flipping between heavy weights and light weights for this whole circuit. But we're gonna start with rows, 45 seconds, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just nice good rows. This is our deadlift position. This is our halfway for our deadlift. So we don't want to be super upright, and we don't want to be doing an arch. We want to think nice good squeeze. Drive the elbows back, pinch your shoulder blades together. Bring those dumbbells towards your hips. So my hands basically run up the side kind of third, right up the seam of my workout hands. So my seam is kind of between the front and the side, that kind of 45-degree angle. That's what I'm going for. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, side raises. Side raises. For most of us, this is a light to medium weight. You can alternate or you can do both arms at the same time. Personal preference right here. So lift, lower, lift, lower. I do, instead of doing a side raise, I do a scapular plane raise. So if you have issues with your shoulders coming straight out to the side like this, a lot of times doesn't feel good. So we want to think about a little bit of an angle, 30 to 45 degrees, and we want to keep our torso parallel to the floor. If it's heavy, it's easier to lean, right? We want to try not to lean. So this is core work while we're standing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells down, bicep curls. Bicep curls. So we're going to come up nice and tall. I'm going to do a traditional curl, palms facing forwards right here. So curl it up and take it down. So I'm able to go a little bit heavier here, but I'm still alternating because I'm going heavier. If you're lighter today, then try to do both at the same time. This is our only set of bicep curls. Try not to go too heavy on the shoulders. So we've got a little bit of shoulder work in when we do our core. But a little soft knee, tuck your tail. So here we don't want to be here, and we don't want to be digging and leaning. We're just nice and tall. Here's 2 and 1. Tricep kickbacks. Tricep kickbacks. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier, and again, I'm going to alternate. Shoulders down, hinge it forward, finish position, 2 and 1. So kick it back, bring it in. Kick it back, bring it in. You can be a little bit more upright, but we still want to hinge it forwards, and we want those elbows pointing towards the wall behind us. What we want to try not to do is pop that shoulder forwards really high. We still want to keep that shoulder down and back. So we can try to keep that relaxed trapezius muscles, the ones by our neck, and really focus on using your triceps. So it's a good squeeze when you straighten your arm, and then a slow resist to come back down. Less than 10 seconds. And we're going to head down to the floor for chest presses. You can do a banded chest press or an incline push-up if you want to stay standing. Good job. Dumbbells down, going down to the floor. We're going to do chest presses. So all the way down. Or again, banded chest press is amazing. 2 and 1. So just a nice good chest press. If you're using a band is behind you. It's around the ribs. Underneath your arms is my preference. And then you're just going to push forwards and then come back. If you're on the floor, we're just pressing it up. You can do an incline push-up, no judgment. I just want you to do something that's going to work that chest, work that upper body. So nice, good push. Low back pressed into the floor. I like to inhale on the easy part, exhale on the hard part. And the most important thing is your breathing. Good. All right. Skull crushers. If you are standing, I want you to do a different kind of tricep, whether it's an overhead tricep extension or just change your hand position. But if we're on the floor, we're gonna bend our elbows and we're gonna come up. Bend your elbows, come up, going for the skull crushers. If you're standing, option 1, right here, okay? Option 1. Option 2 is a kickback, but I want your palms facing forwards instead of in. I just want you to do something a little bit different than what you did the first set. So we've got 15 seconds. Next exercise is a chest fly. If you're standing, banded chest fly works really well. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, chest fly. So chest fly, palms facing in, soft elbow, open the arms out to the side, and then come back together. So you're gonna open your arms to give somebody a hug, and then you give them a hug. Good, your time is officially on. If you are standing, band, press it out, keep it pressed out as you open and close. So this is your banded chest fly. If all you have is dumbbells, you can do your upside down, or you can do your mountain or your upside down V. So this is gonna get a little bit more shoulder, but it's an option if you are standing today. Well, we're gonna finish up with these flies. You've got about 15 seconds. And then we're going to go for dumbbell pullovers. If you're standing, you're gonna do a straight arm press back. Here's 2 and 1. So pullovers. I do 2 dumbbells and I press them together. You can do 1 dumbbell. Just a little soft elbow. Lower the dumbbell towards the floor, right back up over your chest. Lower and lift. Your time is on. If you are standing, you're going to take it forward, shoulders down, and you're going to do a straight arm press back, just like this. This is another one. We don't want to go super high and pop that shoulder forwards. Reach. So you're skiing, you're digging those ski poles into the ground, and you really want to use those arms, press it back so that you can use those back muscles to help propel you forwards when you ski. But if we're on the floor, ribs stay tucked, lower and lift. So lower it down, bring it back up. Good, bring it in, carefully set those dumbbells off to the side. Give yourself a little bit of space. If you're standing, walk around. If you're on the floor, you can hang out for a minute. We're getting ready to do core work. We are going to do some hands and knees and some on our backs. So if you need to stay standing today, you have options. We're gonna do a plank. Incline plank if you're standing, or you're gonna do a weighted march, or a farmer's carry, I should say. Both hands, farmer's carry. We're going to do bird dogs. If you're standing, you're going to do at an incline, hold your plank, do your bird dog, right side, left side. Obliques, if you're standing, you're here. Side plank with a clam. You can either one-sided farmer's carry, or if you want to work on your hips, you're going to do a side leg lift, a little fire hydrant. And then for reverse crunches, you can do a march or you can do a mummy kick. So those are your standing options. The rest of us are going to hang out down on the floor. We're going to go for our planks. If you really, really don't want to do planks today, I am okay with dead bugs. But let's go ahead and bring it up 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So for planks, you choose the kind of plank you want to do today. You want to do a toe plank on your hands? Cool. Hands and knees? That's okay too. You can drop it down to your elbows and be on your toes or your knees. I just want a really good plank. If you're thinking, this is pretty easy for me, I can hold this, not a problem at all, start adding in arm and leg movement. You can do a shoulder tap. You can do little leg lifts. I take my legs a little bit wider, makes it a little bit easier to keep your hips level, keep your shoulders level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully bring it in. Give yourself a little bit of a rest. We're gonna go for a bird dog. Just a nice basic bird dog. So hands on the floor, knees on the floor, find a good core position. Take your one arm out, opposite leg is gonna go back, and first option is to just hold it. First option, you hold. Second option, hand and thigh come together and meet in the middle. Reach it out. Meet in the middle, reach it out. Make it a little bit harder. Arm and leg are gonna move side to side, but remember, nothing else moves. So we don't have side to side hip movement or side to side torso movement. Or put it together, hand to thigh, reach it out, side, in. Hand to thigh, reach it out, side, and in. You can do kind of the same thing if you're doing an incline. 2 and 1. Bring it in, a little bit of a shakeout, a little bit of a rest. Give the knees and the hands a break. We're gonna switch sides. This is why I said we're getting a little shoulders in here as well. 3, 2, and 1. So arm is out, opposite leg reaches back. If you're struggling today, tap that toe on the ground, but I want you to practice lifting the leg a little and reaching the arm out. If we're here, we're gonna have a hard time. Extend it out, belly in. Make it harder. Hand to thigh. Core does not change position. There's no arching and rounding here. Reach it in and out. Option 3, side leg, opposites. So opposite direction. Fourth option, put them together. This is gonna work our brains. Good, so hand to thigh, reach it out, side to side, 2 and 1. Bring it in. You're gonna take it onto your back. We're going to do an oblique crunch, one side only, and then we're gonna switch. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So your first option is just your upper body moves. Reach for the outside of the knee. Second option is you're basically doing a half bicycle. You add a leg in and out. If you do not want to rotate, isometric hold, just bring the leg in and out. So you're gonna do no core movement. You're gonna do the isometric like you're holding a dead bug. Whatever you pick. We don't want to lift and push our tummy up and out. We want to pull it in just a little bit. So it's kind of that fine line between a push and a pull. We're just trying to tighten. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Same thing on the other side. So it's just that oblique. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option 1, you're just going to reach your hand up and over towards the opposite knee. Option 2 is shoulder comes towards the opposite knee, leg goes in and out. Option 3, you can even rest your head on the floor if you need to, still brace the core, and just do that leg in and out. So I know some of you have been told don't rotate, so you have options. 20 seconds. Good, 10 seconds. We're gonna come up for a side plank with a clamshell. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna come up to a side plank. Most of us, we're gonna be on our hand or our elbow, and we're gonna be on our knees. So we're gonna lift it up, and our knees are gonna be just a little bit in front. Feet stay glued together. You're just gonna open and close your hip, just like a clamshell. Your time is on. If you do not want to be in your side plank, you can do your clamshells and just focus on your hips. That's perfectly okay. Or if you're here, your shoulder is down, we're not dropping our side towards the floor. You can still do a variation, working your core without being up in a full plank. So your hips can still stay on the ground. Then I want you to bring it up if you can. And when we open our leg, we don't want to open the hip back behind us, just out and in. External, internal rotation. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it in. We're going to switch it over to the other side. So my standing students, you can do your farmer's carry, one side only. You can do your side plank, 2 and 1. So we lift it up, good side plank, and then we just open the hip, close the hip. Open and close. So if you're standing, and you can also do, if you're standing, you can just do those side leg lifts. Kind of depends on what you feel, what you need to work on today. If you know you need to work on your hips and your thighs, then you can do just the clamshell or the side leg lift. If you want to work on a little more core stability, then you're just going to stand tall and carry that heavy weight on one side. So this nice good hip movement, 12 seconds. Then we have reverse crunches, or if you're standing, it's a march or a mummy kick. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it down, going onto our backs, reverse crunches, last exercise for today. Last little bit for our core. We're going to take it all the way down. We're going to relax our glutes, and your first option is just that pelvic tuck, but we don't want to tuck and then lift our glutes, so it's just tuck and release. Pelvis gets pulled up to the ribs, low back gets pulled down towards the floor. Make a very tiny little bowl. Option 2 is we're going to add that little bit of a tuck, little bit of a rock, controlled. Knees are going to come in towards the chest. Low back, or hips I should say, might lift up off the floor just a little bit. Option 3, lift, push the bottoms of your feet towards the ceiling. I use my hands a little bit, but we don't want to just use our hands to lift ourselves up. Really think about that core. It's okay. Good. Rest if you're just that little tuck, and then tap the toes down. Good. Shake it out. Walk around if you're standing. If you're on the floor, you can just kind of hang out down there for a minute. Give yourself a little bit of a break. I'm going to get my last couple dumbbells out of the way, and we're going to get ready for our stretch. This is your opportunity. Grab a drink if you need it. We're going to take it all the way down onto our backs today. If you're staying standing, find a chair. If you need to, hang out by the wall. We're going to take our left leg out nice and straight. The entire body is touching the floor from the top of your head through your shoulders, your hips, all the way down to the heel on that left leg. Keep that body position. We're now going to pull the right knee in towards the chest. If you pull your knee into the chest and all of a sudden your left knee pops up off of the floor, relax the right leg until you can get that left leg back on the floor again. So if you pull in on your right leg and your left leg lifts up, lets you know you're a little tight in the hips and a little tight in your quads. Good, let's switch legs. So right leg goes out, left leg, we're gonna pull it into the chest. And again, if you pull in on the left leg and your right leg lifts up off of the floor, relax that knee until you can get your leg straight again. You want to try to get a good stretch, but we want to hold that neutral spine and hip position. You can grab in front of the knee or behind the thigh, whatever feels better. Good, switch sides. We're going to take your right leg, knee is in line with the hip and your knee is pointing up to the ceiling. Flex your foot, your ankle, and we're just going to straighten and bend your knee, just like we're on the leg extension machine in the gym. You may not get your leg perfectly straight. That's all right. We just want to go until we feel a stretch. We don't want to go until we feel pain. Good. 2 and 1. We're going to switch sides. So now we're going to bring that left leg up. Knee is pointing to the ceiling, in line with the hip. Flex your foot, straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. I have to really watch my hip and leg position on my right leg. That's the side that I have issues with, so I really focus on where my leg is, what my leg is doing, and how it's moving. We usually have one leg that's strong and one leg that's coordinated. Good, last one. We're gonna bring both legs up. Option 1, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Option 2, lift it up into your dead bug position. Arms out to the side in the letter T, palms facing up, and we're gonna rotate both knees to one side and then both knees to the other. I want you to try to keep your legs glued together. Odds are really good that you're not gonna get your thighs and your knees to touch the floor. That's fine. It's just a little side to side. How big you go is between you, your hips, your back, and your torso. Good, just a couple more. 2 and 1. Bring it into the center, knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. If you would like, you can tuck, lift your upper body like you're trying to take your nose and your knees and get them a little bit closer together. Good, release, roll it to the side, flip it over. Hands and knees here. If you want to come to standing for this part, give yourself a minute before you stand up. So we're going to sit it back into a nice child's pose. Tuck the toes under. Reach those arms forwards. I'm really trying to stretch underneath my arms. Good, 3, 2, 1. Pull it forward into a plank. So I'm going to tuck my chin. I'm going to round my spine, wave rolling to the shore. Come up onto your rocks. Point your toes, drop your hips. If you don't want to be in this position, it's not comfortable, come down onto your forearms like the Sphinx, or all the way down onto your tummy and rest your chin on your hands. Don't ever feel you have to do what I'm doing if it is uncomfortable for you. Good. We're going to set it back just a little bit. We're going to come forward into our runner's lunge. Right foot by the right hand. Left leg, I open my knee back as far as I can. And we're just going to hold the stretch today. So we're not going to do anything extra. If this is not comfortable for you on the floor, come to standing. Hands can be on the seat of a chair. Your front foot is going to be to the side of that chair. And you're just going to kind of do a lunge position, focusing on your stretch. Let's switch sides. I'm going to lift up, step back to plank, switch sides, drop it down, and then just hold that stretch. But honestly, no judgments how you get there. Good, let's lift it up, step it back. We're going to come up to a standing position. However you would like. I'm going to carefully walk it back. You are more than welcome to just do your lunge position, step it forwards. No judgments. Bring it in. We're going to take a deep breath in. Give yourself a little pat on the back, hands behind the ears, but we're going to close and then we're going to open. Close and open. So butterfly wings, close together, open in the back. Core is tight. And it's okay if you're kind of tight and this is what you're able to do. Good, close, open. Bring it in, arms down, shoulders up, back and down into your back pocket, thumbs pointing forwards. Let's roll it down and back, hold it here, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, look to one side, look to the other. Good, bring it in the center, big breath in, spread your fingers, spread the toes, exhale, one more time, and out, and you are all done.